Yesterday, October 12th, I was fortunate enough to put a real nice buck on the ground. The story actually starts September 28th, the first day of our bow season. I spotted this buck that evening when I went in there to hunt, and I kind of figured out where he was bedded at. So yesterday I decided to try him again, and I went in there, and the hunt actually turned out a lot different than I thought it was going to, but it still ended up with the deer on the ground. So very happy with that. And I think you guys will enjoy this footage of the hunt all put together, so check it out. When I turned around and saw this buck up out of his bed so early in the afternoon, I was pretty surprised. And at one point I actually thought he was going to walk up and give me a shot, but he never did make it into range before dark. So the game plan for this hunt was to try to sneak in and get a little bit closer to the thicket he was bedding in. But the wind was wrong. It was blowing towards the thicket, which I really shouldn't have hunted that spot, but the wind was wrong for pretty much every stand that I like to hunt. So I figured I'd give it a try and just maybe I'd get lucky. And I started out the logging road. I had my stand on my back and the leaves were really crunchy. And I was just taking my time trying not to make a whole lot of noise. So I snuck down the road as quiet as I could. I found a nice poplar tree to put my stand in. And I was being real careful not to make any metal on metal sound to scare the deer out. So I got my stand on the tree. I got all my stuff laid out, ready to climb. I actually started to hook my pull-up rope onto my bow when I heard something below me. And there's a tree top about 20-25 yards away, and I just happened to catch something moving. So pulling up my binoculars real quick, and I see him turn his rack sideways. And at that moment I think my heart kind of stopped, because I'm already in range and I wasn't sure if he had busted me or not. I thought with the noise of the leaves and stuff walking in that he surely knew I was there. But I got down real quick. I put an arrow on. I had the GoPro actually already turned on from where I'd had it on my stand walking in, so I just kind of set it behind me, hoping it would maybe catch something. And I watched him for a couple minutes. He stood up out of his bed. There was a couple green leaves off a tree hanging over top of the treetop he was bedded in, and he started nibbling on those, feeding on those, and he took a couple more steps, and I had a hole about this big to shoot through, right past the little sapling, and I could see his vitals, and I guessed the range to be about 30-32 yards. So I buried my pin right behind his shoulder and I let it fly, and I watched the arrow fly perfect right into him, and he busted out of there and ran as fast as he could down that logging road, and he made it about 50 yards, 40-50 yards, and he was done. He hit the dirt. So words can't explain how excited I was whenever I saw that deer go down. I was kind of disappointed I didn't get it on video, but when you're presented an opportunity like that, you really can't pass it up. At least I can't pass it up. So I still can't believe how the hunt turned out, but I wouldn't change it for anything. Well guys, things they don't always go as planned, and sometimes you get lucky. And today is one of those days I got extremely lucky, or blessed I should say. Archery Buck. This hunt just goes to show that if you hunt hard, be persistent, your luck could change all in an instant.